everyone, my name is Rachel and I review everything. Growing up, one of my favorite cartoons to watch was Kim Possible. So when the Disney Channel announced that they would be making a live-action adaptation of the original series, I was excited but also a bit skeptical, which I think is how everyone has felt towards this movie. But after watching it 2 times through, oh yes, I watched this movie 2 times. I have a lot of opinions to share with you all, so let's just hop on into it. So the whole idea of this movie is that Kim and Ron are freshmen in high school. They meet this girl, Athena, who is a bit of an outcast. They become friends with her, and with Kim's help, she kind of comes out of her shell, and then she ends up joining them on their missions. But soon, Athena starts to overshadow Kim. She gets really insecure, realizing that she can't be the very best at everything, and has to come to terms with that. And of course, we have Drakken and Shego as the main villains of the movie. I'll be honest, I really wasn't going into this movie expecting to enjoy it. Because even though I'm someone who has grown up with the cartoon series, this movie wasn't targeted towards people like me. Its main target is a new generation of kids. So having that in mind, I'd say that it was better than I expected. I did have a few issues with it, but I also didn't find it super offensive to my childhood either. Unfortunately, one of the biggest issues I had with the movie was the hero herself, Kim Possible. A young actress named Sadie Stanley played KP in this movie, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was actually like her first big break. It was either her first acting job or her first big acting job. So here's the thing, it's not that she wasn't likable in her role, it's just that she didn't scream Kim Possible to me. I really struggled to believe that I was watching a live action version of that character, and that has a little bit to do with the writing as well. There just wasn't anything that screamed, oh yeah, that's classic Kim Possible to me. However, I do want to give major props to this actress because it looks like she did a lot of her own stunt work in this movie, and that's one thing that I really did like. The action scenes I thought were actually really good. I wish they would have spent a little less time at the high school and more time on actual missions in this movie because the action is great. So there were 2 twists towards the end of this movie. The first twist wasn't so surprising. Athena meeting Kim and joining her team was actually a part of Drakken and Shego's plan all along. She was working with them the whole time. But the second twist in this movie genuinely surprised me. When Athena was captured by Drakken and Shego, which was all a part of the plan, Kim goes to rescue her, and Athena basically tells her she's been a garbage friend, which, fair. Kim blubbers a bit. She did a lot of blubbering in this movie, by the way. And at one point, Athena flippin' takes off a piece of her face and reveals that she's actually been a robot the entire time. I don't know if you guys saw that one coming, but I'm not ashamed to say that I didn't. Kinda awesome, not gonna lie. You got me, Disney. I don't have too much to say about Athena. She was an original to this movie, so it's not like she was inaccurate or anything. She was played by Sierra Wilson, I think is her name. I think she did a good job, no complaints here. But Sean Giambrone, I think that's how you say his name, I thought he was a fantastic choice. I really like his work in The Goldbergs, and I thought he could get Ron's personality down really well, which I think he did. Wade was good. He was played by Isaac Brown. We didn't see a whole lot of him, so there really wasn't anything not to like. Todd Stashwick played Dr. Drakken, and Shego was played by an actress named Taylor Ortega, or Ortega. I'm not really sure. I thought they both looked great and had good chemistry together. Drakken did not have his blue skin, but I did notice that they put him in blue lighting quite a bit. Not sure if that was done intentionally, but did give him that blue look at times. I loved Shego's costume. The glow on like her forearms was so cool looking. Shego is always my favorite, so I was mostly excited about her. And speaking of costumes, at one point we see Kim's old outfit. I just wish this costume would have been left in the corner as an Easter egg because she has this line where she says, "Wearing the same thing all the time kind of felt cartoony after a bit," which kind of ruined it. But anyway, we also had appearances by Patton Oswalt and Christy Carlson Romano. Patton Oswalt played Professor Dementor, who he voiced in the animated series, and of course Christy Carlson Romano was the original voice of KP. And for those of you who are worried, like myself, Rufus is indeed in this movie. Not a whole lot because I'm sure he did cost them a pretty penny to animate, but he's there and he's super cute. But overall, for a Disney Channel movie, this wasn't half bad. I think kids entering into high school can easily relate to Kim's struggle with knowing her identity and can learn a good lesson from her experience. This movie did have its flaws. I did roll my eyes a couple of times, wish they had done a few things differently, but for a Disney Channel original movie with a lower budget trying to introduce Kim Possible to a new generation of kids, I'd say it was fine. So what did you guys think of the Kim Possible movie? Did you like it more or less than I did? Let me know down in the comments below. I have a lot more reviews coming in the near future, so be sure to subscribe and stay up to date with those. But until then, I'm Rachel, and that why would I point to myself when I said that? But until then, I'm Rachel, and that was my review.